Hello everybody, Spooky Sandwoman here. Thank you for checking out episode 23 of Asagao Academy. Last episode, I don't fucking remember. It's been a while since I recorded this. I think a month, maybe? Probably 3 weeks. Maybe? God, I truly do not remember. But I remember some things. I remember that we went to that convention with the Normal Boots Club and the Hidden Block Club, because they're friends, which is weird because so much competition. And Jirard got so tired looking for his Princess Pumpernickel that he just kind of fucking fell asleep in an alleyway and, you know, thought that was a good decision, which it's not. It's not. But we were able to tuck him into bed, and it was very cute. And that's all I remember. Now we're back at school, and I don't remember exactly what else happened. Something happened on a train. I think Jirard said something cute about he said something like, watch her, keep an eye on her, I have to pee, something like that. Which doesn't sound cute in and of itself, but sometimes you gotta take what you can get. Anyway. Of course, the crystal shards themselves didn't protect people from the miasma. That was the myrrh that caravans gathered every year in order to keep their town safe from harm. What? As Miss Shizuka lectured in front of the class, I doodled absent-mindedly in my notebook, Mrs. Jirard Khalil. Mr. Hana Mizuno. What? Oh no. Oh, I missed the convention. Not that I missed it as in I was unable to go because of poor planning. I missed the convention because I wanted to go back to it. Wow, I'm tired. Today was one of the days I went in early for work. So I went into work around 3 in the morning, and it's like 2:30 in the afternoon right now, and whew, I'm a bit loopy. So please excuse me. I missed the convention. It was so much fun hanging out with everyone in Jirard, learning about video games with Jirard, wandering the convention in the city with Jirard. I sighed dreamily. What if every day was like that and I got to spend all my free time with him? He would teach me all there was to know about video games, talking me all through the stories I hadn't played and showing me the completion bonuses I'd never gotten. We would laugh together and share food together, and then finally one day on our 50th wedding anniversary, when Jirard was an old shriveled prune of a man and I was a spitfire of an old woman, I would hand him his very own Princess Pumpernickel figure and he would cry and enjoy it as he looked at the figure and completed the quest that brought us together. What? You. Miss Mizuno. Miss Mizuno! Ah, yes, what's wrong? Did they or did they not breed cows in the field? Oh, hello. I know, Mama's being very loud. You can sit on my lap for a bit if you'd like. Okay, thank you. You're very sweet. Okay, alright, let's continue. The fields of fun? What? Disappointing. Oh no, my mind got clouded with thoughts of our 50th wedding anniversary. Wow. Pay more attention, please, or I'll be forced to have you stay after class. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. So many kisses. Sheesh, Hana, where was your mind at? Nowhere. Don't even worry about it. Oh, jeez. I was really losing it. Yeah. No freaking shit. Alright, come over this way. Yes, you're very cute. Will you lay down on Mama? Sit on Mama's lap? Sit on her lap? Sit on the lap? Sit? I appreciate the kisses very mucho, but you gotta lay down. How completely embarrassing. But of course, when the time came for lunch and I was finally able to see Jirard again, I went shooting out of the door.
Hana!
Hana! I shot out into the hallway and was about to head for the staircase when...
Hana!
Hana! Jirard came running down the hallway in just as much of a rush as me. I stopped by the door, flushed. Can you not? Hey, look at this comfy bed over here. Oh, I'm falling. Mama's falling! No, you can't. No, don't do it. No, don't do it. Ugh. Go lay on the clothes. Okay? Love you.
Hi.
Jirard! Hi! Do you have somewhere to go today? No, I was just, I was really hungry today. Hungry for Hana? Jirard blushed and avoided my eyes, but came to stand beside me. He's hungry for me. Oh, I'm not sure I'm okay with this. Neither of us could keep smiles off of our faces. That doesn't look like a smile. That looks really good. Anyways, ready to head to lunch?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm starving. For your attention, please. I'm dying. What? Yes, you're precious. You're a precious baby. No, do not jump up. Oh, you're so cute, though. Go lay down, okay? Go lay down. Precious little baby. As I pushed open the door and Jirard passed by me, I saw Mai and Jirard standing across the way. Ooh. They were both staring at me with smug looks on their faces. I knew exactly what they were both thinking.
What?
What? Nothing! Jirard and I waltzed out into campus together, the sun soaking our faces. What are you doing, Shmimi Mimi? Your fur is all up in my nose, and it's tickling and it's itchy, and I hate it. Ah! My mood was lifted as high as the clear blue sky, and I beamed. I felt really good today. It's so weird to be back at school after the con. Isn't it? I miss it all.
Yes.
Me too. It was great to be able to see my friends all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's so tough to be separated from everybody now. Yeah, it's lame. I wish every day could be like a con, even after we graduate from Asagao. But that would be pretty hard, wouldn't it? I'd have to buy more than a mansion, maybe an entire road of houses just for my friends to live in. That sounds fucking dope! I would love to do that if only I had money. But that would be so fun!
Right?
Wouldn't it? Mimi, I love that you're adorable and you're precious, but Mama's trying to do things, okay? You can sit on her lap as long as you stay still, okay? Thanks. Love them kisses. Giddily, we entered the cafeteria, chatting animatedly. It was almost as though there was no one else in the room but Jirard. Oh, excuse me. Anyways, Hana, I'm going into the city today to check for Princess Pumpernickel. There's a lead in a small shop there. Would you like to go with me? Ah! I know you're not too into IBKs, but
Yeah.
Of course I would! Any chance to spend time with you, Jirard, is a lovely experience. I mean, did I say that out loud?
Really?
Really? Great! I wouldn't mind learning more about them either. And Chibi-Yupa is really cute. You like her then? Oh, of course! She's on my desk lamp. I see her every morning when I wake up. Mimi Shmimi. Go lay down, please. Lay down. I will block you. That's great to hear. It's really cute. Pardon? So I'll see you after class? Definitely. Somehow the rest of the guys got to the table before us. Apparently we slowed down somewhere on our walk here. We sat down, ready to rejoin them in normal conversation, but they dropped whatever they were talking about as we approached. I side-eyed Mai, but she just laughed. Whatever. I didn't care if my feelings for Jirard were obvious, just as long as he didn't find out. Pretty sure he knows. Shaking my head, I set my sights on the next few hours. Soon, Jirard and I would be on a train again, headed towards the city. Ooh, trains. So immediately after school, Jirard and I raced to the train station for the very first train to the city, giggling like maniacs. We made it to the stop just as it was boarding and piled into a compartment, wheezing like numbskulls. Looks like we got our exercise for today, didn't we? Yeah, we did. Where's the shop that we're heading to anyways? It just opened. That's part of the reason I'm heading there. I need to put my feelers out. The guy seemed like he was a big IBK collector, so if anyone is bound to have it, it's him. Anyways, how's your tournament practice going? Ooh. Also, I just realized, literally, there's been 23 episodes of this game so far, and I just realized that this is an actual button that I can hit, and it shows me how many tournament points I have, what, like, event we're in my diary. Dear Diary, does Jirard miss me as much as I miss him? It doesn't seem realistic, but I'm finally starting to hope, and I can read all the other ones. And I'm like, I did not know this was a thing. Oh, right. That. After the excitement of the convention, I forgot that I still need to practice for the tournament while I was here. Seeing the guilty look on my face, Jirard shrugged.
Well,
Don't worry about it. We've got 3 weeks, so there's still time. Yeah. 3 weeks always seems like it's a lot of time until it's not anymore. I know what you mean. I haven't had much time to practice either.
Really?
Don't you do quick plays or something?
you are
They're called
correct.
speed runs, and I don't just do any speed runs, but completionist speed runs.
Complete.
Get every item in the game and complete it as fast as you can. It's just as time consuming as you think, and it takes a lot of practice. My event also starts the earliest of them all and goes the latest, so it's a bit of an ordeal. I had no idea games could be so stressful.
Huh.
We get breaks, and it's nothing compared to competitive RTS games or even MOBA games. Have you seen those? There it was again, spitting out jargon like I was supposed to know what it meant. I shook my head slowly. They're crazy, like real athletes. They can earn real athlete money too. It's crazy how much things have changed in the last few years. Games are art, games are sports, games are trash, games are friendship, games are communities, games are stories, games are characters, games are creations. It's such a big, wide world out there. I can't imagine how anyone could just not be interested in it or write them off, but a lot of people do. Which is sad. I felt like I'd somehow touched a nerve, but nodded politely. I didn't grow up with games, so I never thought about how important it could be to people. Ooh. The train shuddered to a stop and a little chime played. Jirard and I headed into the city. Well, think about it this way. None of us would be friends without games. Oh, there's the super veg again and the itty bitty kitty sign. Or maybe some of us might be, but not all of us. We have this thing to unite us where everything else fails. He sighs. And remember how I was talking about having all my friends live in houses near each other? That might not ever happen, but we will always be able to play games together. And that's basically the same thing. I nodded slowly. Jirard's friends were clearly very important to him, and so were games. So then, do you have plans for the future? Jirard looked up from his phone, glancing across the street, then beckoned for me to follow him. Future plans?
Nope.
Nope. He beamed at me, then led the way across a crosswalk.
Really?
No? Just No? I hurried after him, completely confused. Much of my life was spent in anxiety for one particular reason. I did not have a passion. Fucking insane. I would watch my mother and my father both work together at their jobs, complementary work, both dedicating all their time and energy to their own creative pursuits, and wondered whether something was wrong with me. My dad would pat my head and tell me to live my life happily because I did not need to know now. But that didn't help. Without passion, life was incomplete. That was the picture I got. I didn't have the desire to keep working on something just because I enjoyed it. Eventually I would get tired, and if I didn't have to spend more time on that thing, I wouldn't. The only times I did were when other people were involved. I got good grades so I would be praised, so I was good at something. If nothing else, if not bold or creative or athletic, I was smart. But that's all I ever felt I had going for me. Yeah, no, I haven't figured that out yet. But you're so talented, you could pick anything you wanted to do. All I really want to do is entertain, or maybe play video games. It would be great to find a way to do both, but I don't know that there is yet. Maybe I'll find something though. Or I can create my own thing. He laughed heartily. I'm sure it'll work itself out. Jirard. Rather than inspire me for the first time, Jirard's positive attitude grated my nerves. Things aren't always as easy as that, though. You need to survive. You can't just pick a field because you haven't figured it out. You can't just create your own job.
What?
Why not? There are bills to pay. Jirard looked at me quizzically and I stopped myself. Right. He probably wouldn't understand what it was like to worry about where your next paycheck came from. These people, all of them, came from wealthy families. They didn't have the same problems I did. Never mind.
All right.
Well, here we are. Jirard pointed to a small shop with an open sign in the window. It didn't even have a title over its entryway yet. A paper hung on the door with Jaeger's Finds in black Sharpie. After you. Ding ding, ding ding. Jirard and I stepped into the shop. It was small, cramped, and somewhat dingy. Rows of wire racks stood across the room every few feet. If they were placed any closer, there wouldn't be any room to walk. I peered at the different things lining the shelves. Game discs, portfolios of cards, small figures with numbers across their base, dice, plushies, bouncy balls, as Jirard made a beeline for the man at the counter.
Hello.
You wouldn't happen to have a Princess Pumpernickel figure lying around, would you? The man behind the counter scoffed, as if the answer should have been obvious. If it ever comes in, could you let me know? Jirard exchanged information with the man who tisked at him. I could tell from the way he was shaking his head, dreadlocks trembling, that he thought Jirard's search was hopeless. We returned to the street outside. Jirard was no worse for wear than before. As we headed back into the train station, I finally asked what had been on my mind for some time. Jirard, why exactly do you collect things?
I like what I like.
Why? Well, because I like them, of course. Okay, that's fine, but why do you need to complete your collections? It seems like a lot more work than it's worth, and it probably costs a lot too. Well... He stroked his beard carefully as we set off across the crosswalk. I can't fucking speak words. I mean, why do people do anything? It's a hard question to answer. In the end, it's because I want to. Excuse me. And completing things gives me a sense of accomplishment and closure. I get a sense of satisfaction when I look over everything I've done. I know it sounds silly, but in another way I look at the collections and I remember how I've changed. It's like, oh, that used to matter to me a lot. He shook his head. I don't know. Haven't you ever collected something? Yeah, but never on purpose.
Really?
Really? Never? Someone just gave you all the things you collected and never bought something for yourself? Nope. I stopped mid-sentence. There was a shop window to my right, a craft shop with lovely patterned papers and yarns.
Hana.
Hana? You okay?
What?
What? I blinked. I'd stop in the middle of the road. A man walking past scoffed at me and annoyed that I was in his way. I stuck my tongue out at his back. The paper here is really pretty, that's all. You like origami?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. My parents are really creative and they taught me how to fold things. I got really good after it. Around the time my mother passed. I haven't done it much since, though.
Hey,
You should do it more often. It seems like you like it. No, that's okay. Come on, we're gonna miss the train. As we sat in our compartment on the way back to Asagao, I couldn't help but review the conversation in my mind. I understood that it was just the way Jirard was, but it didn't seem like a good enough reason for all the effort he was going through. Rhode Island, stop calling me. I don't give a fuck. It was a figure after all. It wouldn't give him lasting happiness or anything. Jirard was staring at the window, a troubled look on his face. You know, thinking about it more, at this point I might do it more because it's who I am more than anything. Do what? Collect things. It's fun and it's a part of me by now. It gives me a quest to go after and something to define myself by, right?
exactly.
I'm dedicated and disciplined and persistent, and if I work hard enough, I'm rewarded for it. I like that feeling. It feels like I can impact things. I think that's something everybody needs in their life. Impact things? Jirard nodded. Don't you have something like that? No. By the time we got back to campus, night had fallen. We jogged before the entrance and Jirard escorted me back to Primrose House.
Thanks.
Thanks for coming with me, Hana. No, thank you. It was fun to spend time with you again. I'm sorry you didn't find Pumpernickel. Jirard shrugged. That's okay. It gives me something to look forward to. He pumped a fist into the air.
Finish it.
Someday I shall prevail!
See you later.
Anyways, I'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye, Hana. Have a good night. I headed for my dorm room. A what? A resolution formed in my mind. You know what? I might just end this episode off here because the English do not do the work. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe. Share with your friends if you like me not being able to speak the English. This is what happens when I wake up at 3 in the morning. And I only had this many hours of sleep. Bye-bye.